This is ACT skill number 13. So the example says, if a slope of a line through these 2 points is -1, then what is the value of b? So I know slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Rise over run. So I'm going to plug in the numbers or the variables that I'm given. And I'm going to come up here and say this is x1, y1, and x2 and y sub 2. So I have b subtract 5 over 3 subtract -2 equals -1. b subtract 5, 2 negatives make a positive, so 3 plus 2 is 5 equals -1. Now I want to solve for b, so we want to start getting rid of things that are on this side. So we're going to start with whatever is being multiplied or divided. So to get rid of a 5, the opposite operation of dividing is multiplying. So multiply both sides by 5. Remember, you're writing this down right now on the front of skill number 13. 5's cancel. -1 times 5 is -5. Add 5 to both sides, and b equals 0. Flip to the back side. And I have no problem going over these, so you're just going to remember, you're responsible for your learning. Anything you don't understand, you ask me about. Number 1, since I know a lot of us have done this, but number 1, correct answer is E. Hands raised if you'd like me to go over it really quick. Anybody? Okay. Are they going to give you the formula to find slope? Nope, not going to do it. Okay, go to number 2. Now, I believe where students get confused here is they see the word origin, and they forget what are the coordinates for the origin? 0, 0. So this answer is F. Would anybody like me to go through this one? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to find the slope. I'm going to say this is x1 and y1, x2 and y2. And I'm going to use the slope formula of rise over run. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. 2 negatives make a positive, so 0 plus 6 is 6, and 0 minus 2 is -2, and 6 divided by -2 is -3. Coming up to number 3. Now let's review a few things really quick about slope. Let's see here. We are actually not there yet. That's, sorry, the next skill set. I'll go over that with you. All right, if the slope of the line with these 2 given points is 1/4, then what is the value of m? So we're going to do the exact same thing. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1. I'll tell you the answer to this, so if you get it wrong or you had a guess, you should show your work. The answer to number 3 is D. If you did not get D, or if you guessed to get D, then please take time to write this down. All right, I'm going to call this my first point, y sub 1 and y sub, x sub 1 and x sub 1 and y sub 1, and x sub 2 and y sub 2. So I have -5 subtract m over -2 subtract 2. And that has to equal 1/4. This is going to be much like the problem we did as the example. So -5 subtract m over -4 equals 1/4. Our goal is to solve for m. So we're going to get rid of, first of all, whatever's being multiplied or divided on this particular side. Right now we're dividing by -4, so the opposite operation would be to multiply by -4. The -4's cancel. You'd be left with -5 minus m equals -4 over +4. -4 divided by +4 is -1. I'm going to add 5 to both sides, and now divide by 1, and m equals -4. If you didn't know how to do this, another idea would be to take each one of these choices, individually plug it in for m, find the slope, and find out which one equals 1/4. That would be another option for you. In this particular class, did anybody get number 3 right without guessing? Okay, here we go. Good morning, Elizabeth. All right, going on to number 4. Now let's just do we're going to do the math for this, but let's just talk about, first of all, just some basic common sense. So it says the line graph below shows the predicted ACT scores of students who mastered X number of skills. Which of the following is the closest estimate to the student's average rate of score increase per skill he or she masters? Well, first of all, let's take your pencil or pen. I want you to put it kind of over the top of this. If you were going to describe the rate of change or the slope of this line, would you say this is a positive or negative slope? So let's cross out anything that is negative or 0. Because remember, if something has a 0 slope, it's going to be horizontal. So I'm down to 2 options. All right, so now some of you may be able to say, hey, I think it's 1/2, or hey, I think it's 2. If you don't know that, here's another option for you. Again, please do second plus 7, 1, 2. We know that the best fit line here is going to be linear. So we know we can work with a linear regression. We are going to estimate here. Do me a favor, please, and go to Stat and Edit. Now, I'm going to approximate here. On every one of these skills that are 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, I'm going to approximate what is the X value and what is the Y value. So here we go. I'm plugging in 10, and I'm going straight across from 10. So at 10, I believe 10 goes with approximately 15. Do you see where I'm getting this number? So I'm going to plug in 10, 15. Now I'm going to go to 20. 20, I believe, goes with approximately 20. Agreed? Okay. Please practice this at the same time I am. 30 goes with, and I'm approximating the best I can. 30 goes with, I'm going to say 22. 40 goes with 30. And 50 belongs with 36 or 35, somewhere along that line. So we have not done linear regression in many, many months. So once I have the data in, you're going to hit Stat, Calculate, and go down to linear regression. Press Enter twice. This is the approximation, okay? It's kind of like your average there of your slope, and here is your y-intercept. So the problem says, what is the rate? So when you think rate of change, do you think the slope or do you think the y-intercept? Slope. So this is very close to 1/2.